Hey guys, please excuse my wet hair. I am doing a small intro for this video. It's the first time I'm going to try this technique, and it involves UV resin and blowing bubbles, so it creates this really cool texture, but it is my first time, so please bear with me. I will kind of go over some mistakes that I made and just a little bit of tips on what I would do next time. The result is beautiful, so I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share, like, comment, subscribe, all of the above to help me out, and let's get on with it. It will be a bit of a voiceover because I hadn't expected to do a tutorial type of video on it, but I think it might be useful for some people who want to try it out. So here we go. Okay, so I'm starting out with a 30-ounce slim from Stainless Steel Depot, and I have taken my some micas, actually not micas, some holographic things from Solar Color Dust, and mix them in with my UV resin. This UV resin I got at Joann's. I don't remember the brand, but if I can remember, I will post it in the comments below. So as you can see, you're just taking that UV resin and putting a nice even layer down one section of the cup. You definitely want to do this in sections. You don't want to try to do the whole cup at one time. It just won't work. So sections is best. I wasn't quite sure how much to add the first try, so I was trying to be do enough but not overdo it to see if it was going to be just an enormous amount of resin, and it really ends up not being much UV resin, which is great. So you get that spread on there. You can use the rubber things that you would use for putting on a face mask that people use for their tumblers. Really anything to spread it on there. Now I've just taken some Dawn dish soap and a little bit of water. Not much, because you do want to be able to blow bubbles with it. So you're just going to put your straw in there and blow those bubbles. Now this is going to be my blooper reel, this part. I for some reason thought that you could blow some bubbles, then pick them up with your spatula and put them on the cup. That is not the case. You will see in the next section where I learned that you have to blow a lot more bubbles, almost to the point where they're overflowing the bowl. Then you can put them on there and do what we need to do. So one more attempt here. I'm going to try to get those bubbles on there, and I do believe at this point I end up trying to get something to help me, and it still doesn't work because I was too dense to figure out you just need to blow more bubbles. So if you guys want to watch this mess happen, what happens is with the least amount of bubbles, you're just not going to get that same kind of texture that you're looking for. Different size bubbles are going to do different textures. So the bigger bubbles, of course, the bigger circles, the smaller bubbles, the smaller circles. Personally, I kind of like the look of the medium to large bubbles better, but it is, of course, completely up to you and what look you're going for. So yet one more time, you know, what's the definition of crazy, right? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So now I'm trying to scoop them out, thinking, well, maybe that'll work. And here I'm starting to finally figure out that you just blow more bubbles, blow them until they are overflowing, and then slide them on. And as you can see, that works much, much better. So then you're going to take, you're going to need your lamp, you know, like a UV lamp, similar to doing your fingernails or something like that. I happen to have two small ones from the Resin company, so I actually took two of them so that I could do the entire cup from end to end. Right here I'm doing just one of them and realizing that that's probably not going to cut it. So like I said, this first section is definitely my bloopers. You have to learn from your mistakes, and that's me definitely learning here. This would work, but as you can see on the sides of the cup, the UV resin is running down the sides of the cup because I couldn't get it set in time. So it's definitely something you want to keep your eyes open for. If you have one that you use for your nails, you'll notice that it's probably going to be big enough to cover the entire thing. I don't know if a flashlight would work, because it would be the same kind of situation where you're not able to cover it from top to bottom. So here I am. I'm going to try my one that I have that is for nails. However, the opening is not big enough, even with the bottom off of it, to fit over the entire tumbler. So this is what we, like I said, learning from our mistakes here. Please excuse the mess in the background. That is the dog bed for the 4 dogs that like to sleep in there while I'm working. Okay, it looks like I lost the section where I have my UV light from my nail UV light. So here's just more putting on the epoxy and adding bubbles. I'll kind of just let you guys watch the process and see how it's kind of done. I do have to make some more of my UV resin at some point, but it really didn't take as much as I thought it would to cover the entire cup. But just bear that in mind, that you want to make sure you have enough to do however many sections with that nice thin layer. So I'll let you guys watch this from now for a little bit, and if I think of anything, I will break in and let you guys know. And here is the end result. I hope that was helpful to some of you guys. I know it was pretty brief and not very detailed. However, it's just wanted to show that you shouldn't be intimidated to try these techniques that can be a little bit scary. You know, worst thing, you can strip the cup and start over. So no harm, no foul. As always, everybody stay happy, safe, and healthy out there. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And everybody have a fantastic rest of your day.